Let's find out how to go from this to this. The Fifine D6. This is like the Steam Deck, but it is much more affordable. Right now I have the newest software, and of course I'll install the newest firmware because that only makes sense to do. Now let's get started. Yeah, it's time to see what's in the package. A user manual, a USB cable that is type A to type C inside. Wow, that's pretty stuck for the first time opening. And type C, of course, to the unit itself. It appears to be an arm's length plus a little more. That means it is 2 meters in length, or what, 6.4 feet or so? Oh, and here is the Fifine D6. The USB goes in the back here. Let's power this on and see how this looks. Out of the package, this is my startup screen, but one thing I don't like about this is the fact once the software starts, these buttons go blank. What do we do now? That's the kind of empty part where you feel kind of like, what choice did I make getting this? And then you add everything in and it goes back to normal. On the back end is a button to turn on and off the RGB. So I guess there are RGB modes. Now I know, and now you know. I'm going to go to the next one because I'm not going to play around with the control deck part itself, but I want to be able to open up a website. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to choose my own website, which I already pasted here, and go to Spark E Studio. And once it's on the screen there, it's on the screen here. So I'm going to press the button and let's see what happens. It went to my web page. Hotkey is kind of a finicky thing, but what if I want to do shift and I want to go back to my web page and I want to type something? I'm going to type in, let's hold the shift. See, it's not working, but if I press shift, sometimes it'll work if I'm pressing once. Now, how you're going to use the shift button here is you can see long press. Now, if I hold this and I want to type in hello, that works just fine. Let's say copy paste, I can do that. Well, I'll just go put it right here for the fun of it. So if I want to, I can do Control C and I can do Control V, so copy and paste. Now I'm going to press the button. It's going to switch between hotkey 1 and 2. Now let's go to mouse event. I'm going to go to right click. Now I'm going to see if that works if I go to right here and press right. It is a right click. It's definitely a right click of a mouse button. Open an app or file folder. Let's try this. What if I want to open Discord? Can I open Discord? Let's see what happens when I press that. That opened the folder, but I want to open an app, not a folder. Okay, right here, this is what we're going to pay attention to, this menu right down here. And I'm going to go to Discord, which I might actually have open right now. If I have Discord open, I'm going to close that. And I press it, and there Discord opens up. That makes sense. That's what I'm going to use this for. Text, I have no clue what this does. Hello. If I press that, well, yeah, okay. Discord mute. It doesn't do anything for me, again, unless I'm online. I want to open a text channel. Again, it's asking my client ID and all that fun stuff to actually do anything. And you can, a tutorial. Interesting. Discord plugin. So there's that. You know what? I'm not going to put any text. I'm just going to go to Audacity, press the button. There's Audacity. If I want to open up my game Cyberpunk, if I want to change it to Cyberlink, there you go. Every app, it seems, every single app I can think of that I have is all on there, and that is really cool that we have that. How would I use this? I'd use it with this setup. In my case, I can open up my web page. I would be able to open up my music, audio right here, touch a button. I can open up my special effects, right click, I can do so because that I don't need my mouse for that. What else would I use this for? I would actually make it so I can lower and increase my volume. I will mute it, play pause, touch of a button, Office Libre right here, LibreOffice that is. And if I want to go to play games one day, I'm just bored, I can actually open up Steam or even good old games just out of a touch of a button. Everything's all convenient right here for me. That is personally how I would use this. Now, if I move this icon right here to here, it moves on the deck in real time. Like you can't see between it, but when I slam it to the other side to move around icons and just do it instantly, just like that. So we'll see here, it says OBS video. That's my title I chose, but we can also change the size of the text we have for this. And normally it is very, very small, and I can also change the color as we see right here. I'll just choose green and then I'll press OK. We can see it changes to green and it changes on the keypad at the same exact time. This is a custom icon that is in this, and that's under my icon library. As we can see right here, these icon libraries. Now, if I want to change OBS to some other image, I can just go to select folder. Let's say I'll choose this image. I can choose me as like this, or I can choose original size. And that will be my icon. I'm just going to go back to this here to select to local folder. And what if I just want my face? Okay, and there it is, just my face on OBS, and that's what you're gonna see on your keypad. If I wanted to, I could even change the settings on here through what I set up through the software. So if I want to change the brightness of my main screen, it's on the functions of this. Let me show you that part. And what if I want to go to Fifine controls? I can go to that brightness setting, and I'll just copy over OBS for now, and I'll just replace. And right now I have the brightness turned up, and I can just hold down the darken option. I actually like it dimmer myself personally, just because I don't have any lights on, but we can control that function through the Fifine control deck. It's kind of mushy, like it would be a $20 membrane keyboard. It's not fancy by any means. It does work. It is an affordable option. So there you go. You'll notice that my YouTube icon is changed from what it ugly was at the beginning of this video because I downloaded an image and changed it. In terms of software quirks, I set the screen off timer to 1 minute and I'd wake it up and suddenly it wouldn't turn off to sleep anymore. Odd. Now we can get around something like that and make our own little sleep button with the setting called Dev Sleep. And you can turn on and off, and then I can press a button and the screen turns back on, just like that. Now, another thing we can do by accident is we go to screen number 2. Or we can simply add a screen, and now I'm back to screen number 2, and now it is blank. Now, when it's blank like this, it's not going to do anything. You could uninstall the software and reinstall, and all of a sudden it's be blank, because when the software boots up it goes to blank screen. So just note that that's not a bug, that's just a feature. What is the point of screen 1, screen 2, and you can add more screens? Means you can add more functions and simply go to function on screen number 2 if you want a dev sleep, for instance, to go on and off on screen number 2. What are my overall thoughts on the Fifine D6? Well, it works great for speeding up your workflow, it's easy to use, and it's really affordable. Now, if it works for you, that is strictly up to you. For speeding up workflow, this is a tool I'm definitely going to use. This is Eric of Spark E Studio. Thanks for watching and have yourselves a most wonderful day.